Good morning. Hello, everybody. We're going to get started shortly. Hopefully you can see us now. Just adjusting the camera. Right. So those of you that have been in our programme for a little while, morning, welcome back. For those of you that haven't met us, I'm Jodie. I'm one of the community cardiac nurses. And we've got Matt, our exercise instructor, as well. He's just running in as we speak. There he is.
Hello.
That wasn't comedy timed. So this is Matt, our exercise instructor. So basically, we're going to do your session this morning. So I'm going to be doing level 2 to 1, and I'll be keeping everything to a slightly lower intensity. So for those of you that are new in the programme or haven't done this before, then please by all means follow myself. And Matt will be taking the lead of the exercises.
And I'll be doing the 4 to 1. And so those of you that have been doing this for quite some time, and you find it nice and easy, and also you can follow me. And I'll be doing 4 cardiovascular and 1 active recovery after that. All right.
Perfect. So those of you that are in our programme, you've got your booklets, so please make sure you've got those out to hand. And if you sort of rifle through the pages just after the halfway point, you'll come to the Borg scale. So just make sure you've got that out in front of you. We've got the giant scale behind us, so hopefully you can see it on the screen. I'll just bring it a little bit closer for you to have a look at. So no exertion at all. It's just all sitting down, not doing anything. What we're going to be doing as we go through the session, we're going to be working our way up through the gears. Okay, so we start around the extremely light, and then towards the actual conditioning phase of the exercise, we want to be working our way towards that light to somewhat hard. So that's the point where we're catching a breath, feeling a little bit warmer, but feel quite comfortable to hold it at that sort of level. We don't want to be gasping for breath, and if we can sing a song whilst doing it, then we know we can work a little bit harder. Okay, and then towards the end, when we're doing the cool down, we're going to work our way back down the gears again. All right. Excellent.
Lovely.
Thank you. I felt like Carol Borden then. The other thing is as well, please make sure that you've read all the checklist and everything. So that's all on the bottom of the screen. So make sure you've read the description and that you feel happy that you're safe to exercise today. So you've got all the information there. We do have a nurse on triage, and we always do every session, and we're here Monday to Friday during the week. So please don't be afraid to give us a call during the week time. Like I say, one of us nurses are always on triage to be able to take your calls if you've got any worries or concerns or any queries at all. Lovely.
Happy?
I think so.
Excellent.
Unless I've missed anything.
So last thing, grab yourself a glass of water.
That's the one.
There we go. I remember one thing.
Make sure your room's nicely vented as well. It's a little bit cooler today, but just make sure.
Pop the cat out.
Yeah, and hopefully you're admiring our t-shirts as well. We've worn them specially for this day.
We have, yes. Jodie's is slightly better iron than mine.
Excellent.
Bunch of the drawers somewhere. Good. Right, let's give everyone 1 more minute just to get ready, get everything prepared. Remember your bottles of water or your lightweights, okay? So bottles of water for your resistance exercise. A litre bottle like Jodie is holding about 1 kilogram. 500 ml will also be half a kilogram. We're in a well-supplied gym, so we've got some fancy dumbbells, which is lovely. Very kind of people. And yeah, or you can use tinder beans or something like that. Whatever, doesn't mind. You've got a little bit of weight there. Good. Right, so we're going to begin with the warm-up. All right, so I think we've given people enough time, haven't we?
I think so, yeah. Let's just check. Got a few people logged in, so that's good.
Excellent. So if you're feeling well, you check that checklist and everything, and you're ready to exercise, let's start with that little bit of a warm-up then, okay? So taking it nice and steady, just a gentle march on the spot.
People have been asking us about music, haven't they? They're missing your tunes. So,
I can sing. I mean, that is the option.
I'm trying to refrain him from singing. So unfortunately, because of licensing, we can't play any music. But I know you are all missing Matt's tunes. So if you have got any music in the background, then just put it on lightly in the background, but just make sure that it's nothing too fast to beat. Otherwise, you'll be trying to keep up with that rather than what we're doing.
Good. We're going to start with some heel digs out in front. So heel digs down to the floor, toes off the floor. Remember, this is the warm-up. Take it all nice and comfortably. It should be really easy to begin with. We're just mobilising those joints, warming up nice and slowly. Perfect. So if you find things are getting a little bit too strenuous, then obviously follow Jodie. But if you're finding things nice and easy, you can follow me for the warm-up. We'll do slightly different variations on the different exercises.
Throughout, nothing should be hurting either, so you should be in your own comfortable limits. That's really important. So it's not a competition to try and keep up with that. Just make sure that you're keeping in your own comfortable limits throughout.
And we're going to go into some toe taps. So we're going to toe tap down to the floor out in front. So this time, toes down to the floor, heels off the floor. Remember, taking it at your own pace. Sorry, I've already started singing.
It's because I mentioned that.
Yeah, it was. Good. And back to your walk again. Marching to those feet. Toe taps out to the side. Oh dear. Maybe less of an exercise session, more of a pantomime as time goes on.
We're feeling the effects of isolation as well.
Fine, don't know what you're talking about. It's all normal. Good. And we're going to do 4 more. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to that walk again. Let's have a toe taps out behind. Toe tapping out to the nice, comfortable range of movement.
Any worries about your balance at all, then just grab a dining room chair and just have that to one side so you can just use that for support if you need it. As long as your feet are moving, we're quite happy.
Good, and back to your walk again. Walking through those feet. Good, arms down by the sides, roll those shoulders back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax those arms down. Give me some of your teenager shrugs. And relax those arms down. Good. All right, just marching away. And just going to bring those arms in. If you're feeling nice and comfortable, just a little swing of those arms. Remember, you find yourself getting a bit breathless doing this, and just leave the arms out, or just reduce that range of movement, or slow your pace down. Excellent. All right, taking the arms out to the side, we can do small circles forwards with those hands, small circles forwards. Keep those feet marching away. We're going to do small circles backwards with the hands, all right? And let's just see if you're awake. Let's do one hand forwards and the other one backwards.
You've just done that for me.
Good. Change directions. The other one's going forwards, the other one's going backwards. Or you can keep both hands going the same way.
Which I think I'm doing.
You planned that though, didn't you?
I did, absolutely. All done on purpose.
And relax those arms down. Good. Bring that arm swing back in with your march, if you're feeling comfortable to do so. And we're going to go back to those heel digs out in front for me. Heel digs out. Toes off the floor, heels onto the floor. And let's bring the bicep curls in, all right? So you can do opposite arm, opposite leg, or same arm, same leg. That's entirely up to you, whatever way you feel most comfortable. And if you find it's a little bit too much, just leave those arms out, just do those legs. Feel free to jazz things up if you want to. So I'm excited all this morning. Good, and we're going to do 4 more. So 4, 3, 2, 1. And back to march again. Give those arms a bit of a swing. Toe taps out to the side. Toe tapping out to the side. Get the arm to correspond with the leg. Same arm, same leg. Keep the arms nice and low to begin with. Remember, it's still the warm-up. Good. One arm going to the side and try and get one arm to come up in front. Another little brain teaser for you on this Tuesday morning. Just a reminder that it's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
All day.
Excellent. Let's change those arms around. So the other one's going to the side, the other one's coming up in front. But you can keep your arms going to the side. Just give you a bit of a challenge, that's all. Bit of excitement. This gloomy day.
It's gloomy out there today.
You haven't got your sunspot anymore, have you?
I haven't got the sunspot.
Very good. And back to your march again. Marching a little bit faster if you're feeling comfortable too. And we're going to bring those knees up one at a time, touching lightly onto your opposite knees, opposite hands, opposite knees. And we're going to go 1, a 2 on the same side. A 1, a 2 on the same side. Remember, keep it at your own comfortable pace and your own comfortable range of movement. So if you find a little bit too much in your hips, you can just bring those movements down a little bit slower, just like Jodie's doing. And we're going to do a couple more at your own pace. Good. And we're going to go back to our march. So everyone finish off. Good. And a little bit faster if you can. Hopefully you've been moving up that scale now towards the very light, towards the light. And we're going to get some little toe taps up behind again. We're going to pop our hands around behind us. As the foot goes back, the same hand's going to go back. So the foot goes back, the hand goes back. All right, and if you want a bit more of a challenge, you can get one of your arms come up in front, all right? So one keeps going back, but one comes up in front, but the foot keeps going behind. Again, use that chair for support if you need it. Just do one of your hands, that's perfectly fine. Good, and just a few more. And let's go back to that march again. Marching away. And a little bit faster if you can, if you're feeling comfortable too. Very good. Slow that pace down for me. Drop the arms out. Just going to do a little bit of mobility exercises just before we begin. Keep those feet moving nice and gently. And we're going to cross the arms once in front and once behind. Just opening and closing that chest, feeling a bit of a stretch across the back as you close those arms in front. Good. And relax those arms out. Walk those feet out to the side. Keep those toes tapping, soften the knees, hands onto the shoulders. Having a twist around to one side, back to the middle, round to the other. Make sure you keep those toes tapping and keep your breathing up. Move round to the side, nice and slowly round to one side and slowly round to the other. Good, we're going to do one more on each side. Good, and back to your walk again, keep that circulation going. Good, we're going to do some slow heel digs out the front. We're going to stick our bum out as we do it and knees back in. So heel dig, stick your bum out, knees back in. Feel that stretch down the back of the leg. Good. We're going to keep going, but this time we're going to pull our toes up towards us. You should feel that stretch move a little bit further down into the leg, into the calf. It's a bit of a stretch down the lower part of the leg. So pull those toes up towards you. Good. And back to your walk again. And we'll do my favourite. We're just going to kick those feet across in front of us. And as always, if you want to bring your jazz hands in at this point, you can. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. Jodie loves this. Jazz hands. You have to restrain yourself. There we go. And back to your walk again.
That's all you wanted.
That's all I want. That's all I want in life. Walk those feet out to the side. We're going to kick the heels up towards your bum. Now, if you find this painful in your knees, just don't do it. Just return to your march. Try and keep those knees back, okay? So we're kicking right up towards our bums. Feeling a bit of a stretch just down those quadriceps, those big thigh muscles. Give them a bit of a stretch out just before we begin. And then we're going to take it back into our cardio work, all right? We're going to bring those arms in if you feel comfortable to. And you can just start to pick up that pace a little bit more. Jodie will obviously just do the glamorous skating effect there. Let's get a green ski and put you on a rink or something.
Absolutely. That'll be next week.
Yeah. Big budget stuff next week.
We're going Hollywood.
Oh, dear. We arrive in limos and everything. Good. And just start to pick that pace up a little bit more.
No one will see though.
Good. And back to your march again. Good. Right. We're moving into the rewarm then. So we're aiming to get towards that light, somewhat hard by the end of this next 4 minutes. All right. So you're ready to start the exercise. You're lovely and warmed up. You should find your breathing really starting to come up to that area where you can still carry on that conversation. You probably can't sing a song. Good. Walk those feet out to the side. We're going to step into the corners of your big box for me. So forwards, and back. Good. And if you're feeling nice and comfortable with that, as you well know by now, you can bring your arms in. So out, in.
If you feel more comfortable too, feet only is absolutely fine. So just remember, it's your own comfortable limits at the moment. All throughout.
Whole time. Even down comfortable limits.
That'll be our next t-shirt.
Yeah. Good. And back to your march again. Little bit faster if you're feeling comfortable too. And let's bring those knees up again onto the opposite knee, opposite hand, opposite knee. And if things are just too easy for you, you can increase the size of those arm movements or pick up that pace. Those of you finding a little bit more strenuous, all right, just reduce that down, follow Jodie. And if you want to, you can just reach down to touch the inside of the calf. Very good. Hopefully you should all feel a bit warmer now. Find that breathing coming up. Good, and we're going to go back to our march again. We've got about 1.5 minutes to go with this warm-up. Doing really well. Let's go for those toe taps out behind again. Little toe taps out behind. Very good. Arms in front this time. As the foot goes back, the opposite hand comes up in front. If you can leave the arms out altogether. So a little bit faster if you're feeling comfortable. And if you want that bit of a brain challenge, you can get one of your feet to tap out to the side. The arms keep coming up in front. Just keep those feet and those arms moving. And you can change those feet around if you like. It's exciting. Good, and last ones, and back to our march again. And a little bit faster if you can. Last few seconds of the warm-up. And a little bit faster. And slow that pace down. And we're going to do one more little burst. So 3, 2, 1, a little bit faster. Very good, and back down again. Excellent. Hopefully by now you're feeling nice and warmed up and you're ready to start the main phase of the exercise. Grab yourself a drink. We'll give you just a few seconds to do that. Keep those feet marching away, and then we're going to start with the main circuit.
Well done.
Woo. Feeling good. All right. Hopefully you had your drink and everything. So remember, Jodie's going to do the 2-to-1 program. I'm going to do the 4-to-1. And we're all going to begin together with those high knees. So touching onto those opposite knees.
Remember to have that chair there if you need it. So throughout the exercises, it's not a problem to have a dining room chair there just to aid your balance if you need it.
Good. So if you're finding this nice and easy, you can increase the size of those arm movements, increasing the pace, bring those knees up a little bit higher. And if you're finding things are just a little bit too much, gasping a little bit, you can just reduce that pace down. reduce that range of movement, or leave the arms out altogether. That's absolutely fine. Good. Halfway through the exercise now, doing really well. Keep going. Yeah, we've got 20 seconds to go. Well done, everyone. Excellent. All right, we're going to go back to our march again, and we're all going to go into our box steps. Remember, feet out to the side, stepping to the corners of that box, so forwards, forwards, and back, back. Making that box as small or as big as you want to, depending on your feeling. And if you find it really easy, obviously you can bring those arms in or leave the arms out, depending on how you're feeling at this time. It's just the first part of the exercise. Take it nice and steady to begin with. Well done, everyone. Keep going. We're halfway through this minute. We're doing well.
We are.
Da, 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 da.
Are you trying to do the Macarena or something there?
No, because I will break into the Macarena. It's all discos. All right, very good. Now back to your march again. Now, those of you following Jodie, you're going to go into your first active recovery exercise, which is going to be your chest press. Those of you following me, you're going to do your heel kicks.
Okay, so those of you following me, I'm going to come slightly side on just so you can see what my elbows are doing. We're just going to have the weights just nicely in line with your breasts or your chest, and what we're going to do is just throw outwards. So straighten those arms out in front, so out for 3 seconds, back in for 3 seconds. Remember, a nice, tall, strong posture as we're doing this, nice and slow, nice and controlled with the exercises, aiming for that 10 to 12 repetitions throughout.
And as you follow me, remember, if this hurts your knees, you can go to those toe taps out in front and just give those arms a bit of a swing. And if you find swinging those arms is getting you a bit puffed, all right, leave the arms out. You can just do the toe taps or the heel kicks. Well done, everyone. Keep going. It's got 15 seconds to go.
Doing well.
Doing really well. Da, 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 da. Last couple of seconds. And we're going to go back to that march again. We're going to take those feet out to the side a little bit, and we're going to tap into the middle. Good. And we can have those little jabs, so little fists up in front, little jabs out in front. And if you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you can go for those jabs to the side.
Just remember to watch you stand beside you now.
Biggest cheer ever would happen if you punch me, Jenny.
I thought you meant if you punched me, I was
Oh,
like,
no.
moved.
Deep concern.
It's all right, we've got our 2 meter spacing, so we're fine.
Yes. And there's a nurse or triage.
There is.
Okay, keep going. Last few seconds, everyone. Those of you following Jodie, you're going to carry on with your half stars. Those of you following me, we're going to go first active recovery exercise. We're going to do that chest press like Jodie just did. Good, so back to your march again.
Okay, so half stars, same arm, same leg, tap into the side.
And with the chest press, just as Jodie said before, having those weights just around chest height, pushing out in front, keep those feet wiggling, 3 seconds out, 3 seconds back in, aiming for those 10 to 12 repetitions. Keep breathing. What's going to say?
And keep your feet moving.
And keep your feet moving.
Yeah.
Feet moving, keep breathing.
Those of you that are with me on 2 to 1, just keeping in your own comfortable limits. So if you're finding this nice and comfortable, then extend the movements, make them a bit bigger, bring the pace up a little bit. Similarly, if it's tiring a little bit, then just do the legs only. That's absolutely fine. So it's your own comfortable limits, remember. I know we've got that on repeat, but it's really important, especially as obviously we can't see you. So just keeping in your own comfortable limits.
Have we got room for another sign, do you reckon?
We'll produce one. I was hoping for the t-shirt thing.
Yeah. Very good. All right, let's go back to that march again. So those of you following Jodie, you're going to do your next active recovery exercise, which is going to be the upright row. Those of you following me, we're going to go into those half stars that Jodie was just doing.
Okay, so those of you following me, we're doing the upright row. So we're leading with our elbows, drawing up as though we're pulling a zip up the front, Up for 3 seconds and down for 3 seconds. Okay, nice and slow, nice and controlled. Remembering to have a nice tall posture as we do this one, standing nice and upright, bringing in those tummy muscles a little bit just to engage the core muscles as well.
And as you follow me, remember tapping out same arm, same leg. If you're finding it a little bit difficult, just leave the arms out or slow that movement down. And if you're feeling it nice and easy, you can bring both arms in. Lovely.
Just gently keeping those feet moving if you're using the weights as well.
We can't help ourselves.
We can't, it's true.
Very good, last few seconds. And we're all going to go into our tap backs together for round 7. Good, all right, back to your march again. And into our tap backs, all right, so toe tapping behind. Arms down in front, and you can give those arms a bit of swing up in front. And remember, if you're finding it nice and easy, you can make those movements a little bit bigger, a little bit quicker. And if you want to reduce down that intensity, you can leave the arms out, just do the toe taps back, or just small arm movements. And as always, if you need that chair for support, then use it. Doing really well, everyone.
Absolutely. Just remember to have a little bit of think of where you are on that Borg scale at the moment. So aiming to keep yourself within that light to somewhat hard. So if you've gone a little bit above that, just pull it back a little bit. As Matt said, just drop the arms out to make the movements a little bit smaller. But similarly, if you're not quite at that point, then just start to pick that pace up a little bit.
Good, we've got just a few more seconds and we're all going to go into our high knees for round 8. Very good, let's go back to that march again. And let's bring those knees up again onto those opposite knees, opposite hand, opposite knees. You can do same hand, same knee if you want. Good. And again, if you want to make those movements a little bit more difficult, you can increase the size of those arm movements. Bring those knees up, speed up. And if you want to bring things down, just follow Jodie, reducing that range of movement, reducing that speed down. Okay, well done, everyone.
Doing well.
Good, we've got about 20 seconds left to go, doing really well. Good, last 10 seconds. Excellent, those of you following Jodie, you're going to go into your frontal raises. Those of you following me, we're going to go back into that box step, okay?
Okay, so those of you following me, just grab your weights again or your cans of beans. Okay, I'm going to come slide on just so you can see what I'm doing. Gently keeping the feet moving. We're just going to bring the weights up gently up to shoulder height and back down. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. So it's a frontal raise that we're doing here. Working those deltoids or the shoulder muscles. I checked that before we began. So up for 3 seconds and down for 3 seconds.
Oh, I should have did something silly, shouldn't I? And those of you following me, step into the corners of that box, make that box as big or as small as you want to. And if you're finding it nice and easy, bring those arms in. Or you can leave them out. Just do small movements. All depending on how you're feeling. Well done, everyone. Last few seconds.
Doing well.
And we're going to be going on to round 10 next. All right, so well done. We are halfway through. Those of you following me, we're going to go on for the upright row. So rowing up to the mid-chest and back down again, just under the chin. Holding that weight with both hands, wiggling those feet. 3 seconds up, 3 seconds back down.
Those of you following me, we've just gone back to those heel kicks that we were doing in the warm-up. So just trying to bring our heel up towards our bottom if you can. Those of you that have got any knee issues, then just coming straight back into a toe tap forward or a heel dig, whichever's comfortable for you, it's absolutely fine. If you're feeling comfortable, then we'll just bring those arms in.
Oh dear, I'll never cease to entertain me.
Thank you.
Excellent. We've got 10 more seconds to go, everyone. Well done. Nice and slowly with those resistance exercises. It's your time to have a bit of recovery before we go back into the cardiovascular work. Excellent. And pop those weights down to one side. Back to our march again. And we're all going to go into our squat and side jab. So tap into the side. Have a little bob in the middle if you're feeling nice and comfortable. 2 fists, and you can have little either jabs out in front, or if you want to make it a little bit more strenuous, you can have those jabs to the side. or you can leave the arms out all together and just do those little squats and those little taps. Well done, everyone. A few new exercises for you.
Absolutely. Mixing it up today. Again, just think about where you are on that Borg scale. So if you've got that scale in front of you in your booklet, or if you can see our scale that's behind us on the board, just make sure you're keeping yourself in your own comfortable limits again.
Good, then we've got a few more seconds to go. Good, and we're going to go back to that march again. Those of you following Jodie, you're going to go on to your bicep curls. Those of you following me, we're going to go to those heel kicks.
Okay, so those of you following me, bicep curls, so elbows nicely tucked in. Just going to come up for 3 seconds and down for 3 seconds. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Remembering that good upright posture as we do this. And keeping those elbows tucked in just to isolate the muscle. So we're trying to work the bicep there, the muscle on the front of our arm.
And as you follow me, remember you can bring both arms in if it's finding nice and comfortable, or leave the arms out all together, just those heel kicks. Or if you find it's a little bit painful in your knees, you can do those heel kicks out in front with optional arms or your toe taps. Good, we've got 10 seconds to go. And we'll be going on to round 13 next, which is going to be our half stars for everyone. And again, back to that march again. So into those half stars. So one arm, one leg if you want to. And if you find it nice and easy, you can pick up that pace to increase the size of those movements. And if it's still too easy for you, you can bring those arms in. Remember, always thinking about that Borg scale and how you're feeling. Da, 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 da. Good. Keep going, everyone, doing really well. Another 25 seconds to go of this exercise. We're on to round 14 after that.
Flying for it.
We do fly for it, don't we? It's quite fun. Keep going, doing really well, everyone. Excellent. And we're going to go back to that march again. And we're going to go into round 14 altogether. It's going to be our tap backs, all right? So toe tapping behind. And you can bring those arms in for a bit of a swing up in front. Remember, keeping those movements within your comfortable limits. So you can reduce that movement down if you need to. Or you can start to pick it up if you're finding it nice and comfortable. Trying to maintain between that light and somewhat hard and that Borg scale. Remember to have yourself a drink if you need one.
Absolutely.
Need a sign for that as well.
We do. He's going to have a whole wall of signs behind us, aren't we?
Yeah, we can do that. Won't be able to see us anymore, but yeah.
Your sandwich board.
That'll definitely make things more difficult to exercise. Okay, we're next going to go on to round 15, all right? So a few more seconds. Very good, let's go back to that march again. So round 15, those of you following Jodie with your tricep kickbacks, and those of you following me, we're going to do those frontal raises.
Okay, so coming side on, so elbows tucked in, we're just going to take those arms out behind. Imagine you've got those ski poles, that Eddie the Eagle impression, bringing the ski poles out behind. So just flexing at the elbow. And we should be working that muscle on the back of our arms there, so the bingo wings or the triceps. And it's out for 3 seconds, in for 3 seconds, nice and slow, nice and controlled.
And those of you following me, keeping those feet moving, nice upright posture, we're going to bring those weights up in front and back down. So as Jodie said before, these are your deltoids, and they will fatigue quite quickly because they're a small muscle group. So if it finds a little bit too much after a while, you can just relax down, leave the weights out, and just continue with the movement if you need to. Let's just Jodie's giving me some really heavy weights today.
I didn't stop them, honest.
Oh, yeah. How she gets her revenge.
The little things.
Gets you for the day, doesn't it? Very good. Last repetition. Very good. Relax down there. We are on to round 16, everyone. We're going back to those high knees. Okay, we're on the home straight now.
Absolutely.
Remember, you might be getting a little bit fatigued by this point, so if you want to, you can just start to reduce those movements down, trying to stick between that light and somewhat hard area. But if you're still finding things nice and easy, picking up that pace a little bit more, moving those arms a little bit further. Well done. We've got 25 seconds to go. We're doing really well. Yeah, 15 seconds, everyone. We're going to round 17.
Almost there.
Woo. Keep going. Doing really, really well. All right, very good. And let's go back to that march. We're going to go back into our box step again. So step into the corners of your big box. And bring those arms in if you're feeling nice and comfortable.
I decided to change my direction because I was always leading with the same foot.
Yeah, I always do that. I always forget to. So you can do a few on one side and then you can lead with the other foot, which feels really weird. If you ever tried to walk upstairs with the other foot, then you'll know what it feels like. Or just give this a go. Oh dear. Good, and you can swap back to the normal side. But everything feels a lot easier.
Remember, making the square as sort of big or as little as you need to, so it's keeping in those all important comfortable minutes there.
And we've got 5 seconds to go, and then we're going to be going into our next exercise. We're going to be around 18. Those of you following Jodie, you're going to go back and do your chest press for us. Those of you following me, we're going to go back to those half stars.
Okay, so bringing the weights back to our chest height, bringing the arms out for 3 seconds and back in for 3 seconds. Nice and slow, nice and controlled.
Good. Those of you follow me, remember both arms if you're feeling nice and easy, or you can just do one arm, one leg, or no arms at all, and just those foot movements. Good. Nearly towards the end of the program now, doing really well. Got 25 seconds to go. Keep going.
Doing well.
Very good. 10 seconds of this exercise left. Then we're on to round 19. Can't believe we've got that far already.
Time flies. I think we're saying that every time.
Yeah. Still the same jokes. Back to your march again. Very good. And we're going to go for squats and side jabs. So little taps into the middle. And you can have those little jabs out in front.
If you're starting to tire, then just leave the arms out. So
Oh,
not you.
Oh,
So keeping the feet moving. Remember, it's your uncomfortable limits, okay? So we're on the final couple of minutes now. So just remembering where you are on that Borg scale, making sure that you're in the nice, safe zone of that light to somewhat hard.
And if you're full of things, then stop eating them, all right? And we're going to go up to the side if you're finding it nice and easy. Good, 10 seconds to go. Good, last few seconds. And we can go back to that march. Last exercise, everyone. If you're following Jodie, you've got to do a half star. If you're following me, we're going to do a nice active recovery to finish with our bicep curls. Woo. Good, so keeping the elbows tucked into the side, isolating that bicep muscle, bringing those weights up just towards your shoulder and back down. Keep those feet wiggling, as upright posture, and don't forget to breathe.
Very important.
Yes. Good. So our last exercise for today, everyone. Done really, really well.
You have, very well.
And we're going to move into the cool down, because remember, we don't want to suddenly stop doing our exercise. Very good. We've got a few more repetitions to go. We've got about 20 seconds. You can do both arms at the same time. Like so. Good. And last one. And back down. Very good. Pop those weights to one side if you're holding weights. Keep those feet marching away. Grab yourself a drink. We'll give you a few seconds to do that. And then we're going to move into the cool down. Remember, don't suddenly stop doing your exercise. Not time to flump on the sofa. Got to stay nice and upright. Keep those feet moving. Get that drink. Excellent. And we're just going to start slowing that pace down slightly. All right, so start bringing that pace down. So over the next 10 minutes, we're going to bring everything back down. We're going to do about 5 minutes cooling down, bringing the heart rate back down. We're going to do some stretching and bits and pieces to finish off with. And we're going to do some toe taps out to the side. Nice and wide to begin with. Keeping that pace nice and comfortable. Bend that supporting knee. You should feel the strength going through that supporting leg. And just start to slow that pace down. It's a bit more time under tension on those quadriceps as you do this. Try and keep the weight going to the leg that's going out nice and light. So most of the weight is going through this supporting leg. And again, start to slow that pace down a bit more. Squeaky shoes today.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Good. And start to make those steps a little bit smaller. So just bringing them closer and closer to your midline. So you're just doing tiny taps by your side. And we're going to go back to that walk. Walking through those feet nice and comfortably now. Hopefully feel your breathing start to come back down. Everything becoming a lot more comfortable. Let's go for those toe taps out behind. So toe taps out behind. Use that chair out in front if you need it. We're going to slow those movements down so it does get a little bit more difficult. And if you're feeling nice and comfortable, you can just give a little bend to that front leg so you get a little bit of strengthening through that quadriceps again. And again, slow that pace down. You might feel this in your quad. You might even feel it in your bum a little bit as you do this. Use that chair out in front if you need to. Again, slow that pace down a little bit more. It's mine in the chair now.
Excellent.
And start to make those steps smaller and smaller out behind. Until you're just doing those tiny taps out. Good. And back to your walk again. Nice, gentle pedal of those feet. And we're going to roll those shoulders back for 4, 3, and 2, and a 1.
It's a nice one, that one.
It is really nice, isn't it? Give those arms a shake out. And we're going to do a little bit of breaststroke, all right? So just opening up that chest. Mobilizing through those shoulders. Just feel that stretch across the chest as we do this. One more. And relax back down. Give those arms a shake out. Let's have a few more of your teenager shrugs. So shrugging those shoulders up towards your ears. And back down. Last one. And relax down. Very good. So keeping the toes in contact with the floor, we're going to pedal through those feet now. So you want to keep those feet moving, just small movements. And we're going to go with some heel digs out in front. All right, so leave them out there for a second before you bring them back in. Good, we're going to do 4 super slow ones with us. So we're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. 4 at your own pace. And once you've done your 4, you can bring your feet nice and close together, wiggling your toes in your shoes with the right foot or the left foot. I don't mind which way you do it. Foot out in front, to the side, back, and together. So a bit of a balance exercise. Try not to destroy the furniture behind you.
I thought I'd done it without that.
Focus on something in front of you, all right? Not us on the screen. To help with your balance. Back and together. Last one. Forwards, side, back, and together. Good. And a wiggle of those feet again. Very good. Little toe taps out in front for me. Again, just leave them out there for a moment before you bring them back in. And we're going to go for another one of our balance exercises. All right, so again, if you need to, use a chair. Bring those feet back in the middle, just marching through those feet. So hands on the chair if you need it, or hands out in front. We're going to do those knee raises, nice slow knee raises, as slow as you can without falling over. Use that chair if you need a little bit of support.
Remember to fix your gaze on something that's not going to move, like Matt said. So just find a spot on the floor or on the wall in front of you. Fix your gaze on that, and that will actually help with your balance.
And if you can, slow those movements down even more. Challenging your balance. Excellent.
Chariots of Fire impression, isn't it? Oh dear. Shouldn't have said it.
No, don't set me off. And we are going to do one more on each side. Last one. Very good. And back to a nice, comfortable walk. Good. A few stretches just to follow off today, all right? So keep those feet wiggling nice and gently. And bring those hands up in front, interlink those fingers, pushing out in front. Good. Keep pushing those hands out. Take the hands up towards the ceiling. Just take it to where it's comfortable for you, or you can just do that push out in front like Jodie's doing. And relax those arms slowly down by the side. And give your arms a shake out, little pedal of those feet. Good. Interlink the fingers down by your bum, no one else's. Stay nice and upright. Bring your hands away from your bum for that stretch across the chest as you do this. Try and keep nice and upright. Don't pitch forwards as you do this. Keep nice and upright. Feel that stretch across the chest. Little bit of movement for those feet, remember. Didn't forget about them, did you? Keep breathing nice and comfortable as you do this. Relax your hands back down to your bum and just cross those arms a few times in front. And get those arms to shake out. Very good. Walking those feet out to the side from me. Keep those toes tapping again. Bring your right arm up in front, take it across your body, give it a little bit of a hug, give it a bit of a pull in towards you. Excellent. And relax back down. Give that arm a shake out. Same with the other side. If you pull the arm across just in front of you, give it a little bit of a hug in. You feel that stretch just in here, in the shoulder area, maybe the upper back as well. Keep those toes tapping. Keep breathing. And relax down, very good. Have a little pedal through those feet. And we'll take those feet out to the side again. Keep those toes tapping. Soften the knees this time. This time we're going to do some of our side bends. Reach down to one side, back up to the middle, and over to the other.
Imagine you're stuck between two panes of glass and you can't flex forward or back, so it's literally just being able to go to one side. Just make sure that you've got the correct posture for doing this one.
And as we go over to the other side, we're going to hold it there. Make sure you keep your breathing going and your toes tapping away nice and gently. And if you're feeling nice and comfortable, you can just bring that free arm up towards the ceiling, but just take it to where it's comfortable for yourself. Good. And relax back down. Over to the other side. And again, you can bring that free arm up towards the ceiling if you can and if you feel comfortable to. If it's painful, just don't do it. Just ease out and just stick with your little toe taps. Very good. And back down again. And a wiggle of those feet. Moving on to those legs. Good. Heel dig one of your feet out in front. Your toes are going to point forwards towards the wall opposite. We're going to push our hips out behind. We're going to pop our hands onto that supporting leg. Sticking that bum out. Sorry, Jodie.
It's all right.
But that's stretching the upper part of the leg, down the rear of the leg and the hamstring. Hold that position. Keep breathing. I think I'll just start saying that after everything I say.
It is important, especially with these stretches. We all have a tendency to hold our breath, don't we? So.
Good. And knees back out. One on the other side. So heel dig out the other side. Toes pointing forwards. Remember, sticking your hips out behind. Hands on that supporting leg, or on a chair if you want the chair out in front of you to help you balance. That's perfectly ideal.
Try and keep your heads up whilst doing this one as well. Temptation is to follow the foot, but try and keep your heads up because that will avoid any dizziness as you're changing that posture there.
Unless your shoes particularly dirty like mine, then it's hard to take your eyes off them. Good, and knees back out again. And a wiggle with those feet. Excellent. Give those feet a nice kick out. Good. All right, just bring those feet down to rest. Just keep your toes wiggling your shoes. One hand on your chest, one hand on your tummy. Okay, we can do a few abdominal breathing exercises just to finish off. So remember, as we do this, as we breathe in, we're going to push our tummy out. And as we breathe out, we're going to suck our tummy back in again. All right, so all the breathing movement should come from down here. So this bottom hand should be moving. The top hand should stay pretty much still, okay? So with us, big breath in. And out. And again, big breath in. And out. 2 more, big breath in. And out. Last one, big breath in. And out again. Fantastic. Give yourself a bit of a shake out.
Well done, everyone.
Fantastic. Done really, really well. Hope you've enjoyed the session today. We will obviously be back on Friday. This video will be available on the West Suffolk Hospital YouTube page for you to use at a later date. I say, yeah, hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll be back again soon. Okay?
Absolutely. And if you've got any queries, don't be afraid to contact us in between time. So those of you that are in our program, you've got our telephone number on your booklet. So we are around, and like we said, there's a nurse on triage. So if you have got any queries, please don't be afraid to give us a call. All right.
Well done, everyone. We'll see you again soon.
Well done. See you on Friday.